buto. Ang imo naging buto, no? Ito magpumuna, ito paghihapon. Ang kiba dito, nung naman mo, ang kiba na si Mario, so anyway, socializing, and yung mga prayer, tanawin yung mga limikanan. This was combat. Kasi may kumobet, may kami ng Manila Executive, si Carmelita and si Caps. So, sa pangganisa, and of course, yung kami ni Chacha lang yung alam namin. Kaya naman yung mga partners ko, like si Jurgenne, hindi man lang magaling sa Nancy, kundi sa fixing also, no? Fixing the stove, fixing the sink. But of course, many of you remember me as the motorcycle. It is Honda. Dubay-dubay ano, Honda. Pero nagsisilita na lang. But the bow is still there, no? Para man ang bow pagka-saraw. The kids, this was still in ano, Timbawan, no? With the kids, Yasmin, Anikos. We were blessed to have 3 sons after Yasmin, 3 musketeers. So I love to take pictures of them, the 3 of them, and their older days, and how they look now. Also our service vehicles, ang baon that George talked about. We also have a delegate, and of course the Sarao, which Orthodox figures in the history of Panay. The Sarao, hindi sila nagkatulo, and of course the baon, again. And now we have Honda Civic. The reason for this is because the Lancer, we bought a second Lancer, tapos most of the time, mag-tirig siya in the center of University when George and his brothers were still teenagers. Sus naulawin sila, they have to push no, in the center. So finally, we got rid of the Lancer. And the 4 kids. George, during Yasmin's wedding. And here, I like to take close up to see their faces as the faces have changed. And those of you who have kids, when you reach your 50th anniversary, you can also do this and keep track of how they have developed. This is it's because my mother-in-law just passed away a few days ago. But it was at this time when she visited us that we also had guests, mga amigo ni Nick from from Manila. Tapos Yasmin was there playing with the 3 boys. Tapos sabi nila, uy, ang galing naman ng anak niyo, ang daming kaibigan. Kasi iba pa mga mukha. Sabi ni Jurgenne, naman daw naman yan eh. But anyway, iba-iba talaga ang nila. They look more like their cousins than their own siblings. So ito, actually may picture ito na na censored. Picture nito, They were drinking at the same time as they were spelling. Pero ano pinunil ko na yun, wala pang refund. Oo. So, to save them from future embarrassment. And here, older, and this was during President Shirley. Si George, si Carlo yes, ito. Because, eggs, alala mo pa ito? Wala na. Sa ano ito, sa old civic building, yung near the radio room, nandun pa yung office ng old. And with the various children, course, schooling nila, no, can you imagine? Every year may ganyan, and then apat sila. Ang dami namin pictures. Ang ganito, except pinili ko na lang. This is George, Carlo, Nikos, and Yasmin. And may living kami sa nature with the horse, rain, Albay, Maria Cristina, Jose Negros. And this was in our backyard with 500-gram mangoes from our tree. Of course, pero hindi ito ang brand na gusto nila. Hindi ito, no? For picture lang ito. Of course, it's San Miguel. And all 6 of us, when they were smaller, and then they were older, ako na yung pinakaputot pala. And older. And Waki. Hello, Waki. Now we come now to the second generation. Aklan, this was in 1980s. Yun pala, pabalik pala sa Aklan si Yasmin, marrying the Tirols, into the Tirols of Aklan. So this was her wedding in 2000 with then Mayor Jet. And this was a more recent photo. Yasmin, when she was heavy with photo, Carlo nag-yulo ko. Now the Apos, Ismael and Isabel. Isabel mahilig sumayaw, pero ngayon, she's spelling bee. She's very good at spelling and is winner sa regional conference. Toto naman, may kumanta at martial arts. Lalaro, sa swimming pool, nagka-kite playing with his lolo for nursery. Some of you know we have a nursery at home and a tree farm in Oton. We have a kamalig there where we go on vacations. It's 10 years old at the tree farm. So some of our boys are 10 years old. And the most favorite tree of ours, with Nico, so he's my assistant, tree farm manager, is Paluk-Paluk. Yes, I just remember the plants. Those of you, yeah, there are plants, there are seedlings, yun pala yun. These seedlings are available here for those of you who are interested as giveaways. Kasi in 3 years, ayan na siya. Ito siya, no, 2008. In 3 years, ayan na siya at nanganak na siya. Nanganak na siya in 3 years. This is Milet kaya pinata o Paluk-Paluk. In 2014, it's very same tree. And 2015, ang laki na niya talaga. So, there are about 20 here. 20 of these are available for those of you who are interested. So, from Lilia Nursery to Aklan State University, ayan, nag-transport kami sometime, I think earlier this year with me. And then, tinaling na sa Aklan State University campus, which Yasmin is director of. Likewise, from Antique naman, we got some seedlings which we brought to Villa. I think it took the ride, ilang hours, Nick? To drive? From Antique to Villa, 6 hours. And the radiator was leaking. They bukas ang radiator. So every 30 minutes, tinatubig yan eh. Tubig. Tubig. Yan, kasi may bukas ang radiator. And Nico's our eldest son. The last 3 years talaga nag-ano siya sa biking. He has been winning Olympics, mga mountain race, pack race, all kinds of bike races. Kasi ang biking has become very popular in. Everybody bikes at home, no? Si Carlo also, me also, and Nick also, and now even our apos, they bike. And these are with our grandchildren who are now, by the way, this tall. Ayan, taller than us. So malaki na yan sila there at the back. Of course, I cannot miss the dogs. Dogs have been a very big part of our lives. Si Nikos and I had to look for a way to keep him from his work. This was the only way we found to put a collar, a big collar. Of course, bathing the dogs, their vaccinations. At one time, we had 20 dogs at home. Kasi ang daming anak ni Christy. And by the way, nanganganak si Christy, ako yung midwife. And the dogs, this was the Lancer, no? The dogs love to ride in the car. Ayan. Ito si Isabel na ito with the latest dog, si Darfur, who is an Askal. Yan si Darfur. And the other Apo. Si Darfur is imprinted on Nikos. Kasi Nikos got him sa highway sa Coton. Tingnan mo, mga 2 days old pa lang. Si Jumbo naman, who is the second most intelligent dog, is a toy poodle, si Jumbo, is imprinted on Nick. Yan. Pag lumapit ka kay Nick, he will growl at you. Pati ako, pati si Nikos, everybody nag-growl niya. Now to the second wedding. This is George with Reigo Kurita in Tokyo with our Balae, si Mr. and Mrs. Kurita. And now with their 2 daughters, si Kera and si Sarah. And Kera looks very much like her uncle Carlo. Si Baby George and Papa Nick. Si Papa George and Baby Kiera. Si George, ang hilig-hilig mag-memory game. Yung ano ba, you open the cards, you remember, and you close it, gano'n. Si Kiera, yung anak niya, gano'n din. So you cannot deny the genes, no? Iba kung nanon ako, pag natalo siya, si Kiera, umiyak pa siya. So ito sila. During the recent visit, this is the outside of our home and the inside of the house. Dami ng trees. So this, I think late last year, they had a stroke, a minor stroke daw. Ayan. So, nutritious diet na siya. Blender, all fresh fruits. And then recently we harvested ube. natural products. But also during awards, this was Stockholm. Sinek, he really goes with me, but when I had my honor by Stockholm degree, he came along. And this was in Ligos, the UCCP assembly. That's Ubijang, never mind. Finally, we come to the church group. This is our church at present, UCCP Gumon. During an Easter Sunday, I think 3-4 years ago, both our families, Sinik and I, are really UCCP. But this is 1954 when Nag-Ista Alusan. I think half of the people here were not yet born in 1954. So this is my sister and I. Nick, likewise, his family is still in UCCP. Before we went to Dumon, we worshipped in UCCP Delgado State before the fire. And then a fire broke out. This is how it looked. So, we started to worship in the basement kasi this was a miss. And si Gloria Hernando was passed away, I think. And going back to UCCP Delgado here, when it was inaugurated, and this is, I think, the UCM, there's only me, si Mr. Gamboa, the late, right? I'm not sure, no? And this is Snoop, I think. And again, this was one of the meetings, and wala na, si Mrs. Vicky, BFF ni Vicky, si Babsima. We also worship in Batman Ilaya, UCCP, because of our tree farm. We were invited there 3 years ago with Nick to talk to the young people. Si Nick is, or was, with the WBEC for how many years? 10 years? 18 years. Apple, this is for you. Si Inday, sila lang natin lugi-lugi sila sa WBEC. They assist. And as I said, to give talks, no, to all kinds of church groups, Nick. And minsan mga chacha, mining, skillings, sa ang ilang advocacies. Ako naman, environment, mangroves. And last part is the CSL, is the wedding of Apple. And Andy, wala pa si Maki. And this is the wedding of Army. English, ready? I think I saw you somewhere. Ara. Visit of a British and more British. I show this because Joe, one of our colleagues, in happier days, right now she is in a hospital, so we are all praying for her. And this was at work, and one of our Christmas celebrations. And that's and finally, since the last 3 slides will show the pictures that you will see in the marks, okay? We light up the marks so you won't see them, but these are our photos through the years. That's it, thank you.
Union kami. Hindi kayo madula ang joke. May mga version na mga bata. Good morning, Mom. Are you Mr. Primavera? Or, good morning, sir. Are you Mrs. Primavera? Pero with thick accent yan. Wag na lang nating sundin. I've been in, I consider myself BS Primavera. I have a degree in biology from MSU, but most of my major subjects were handled by Ma'am Jurgenne. So we started with zoology 1 sa mga toads, sa paka. So, medyo ma-active pa, hindi kami mag-uyat sa paka. Hambal na siya na, hold it. So, kung maghambal ang teacher, mahadlo ka na. So, you hold it, you learn how to feed, and you pass zoology. Ang ma-remember natin sa zoology natin, may mga systems of the body. Pag-abot na sa reproductive system, hambal ni Ma'am Jurgenne sa mga classmates naman nga lalaki. Next meeting, magdala ka mo sang sample sang sperm. Pag-abot na sa klase, wala sang may nagdala, bisan isa. So, nagwa si Ma'am. Pagbalik niya, damo siya dala nga beakers, 50 ml. Kaginatag isa-isa sa mga lalaki. Produce, or we will all conclude that you are impotent. Tapos, ginkuha ang beaker, kag nagwa mga classmate na mo, nagbalik pa yun ng isa mga hambal, Ma'am, procedure! So, kung wacky man ang teacher, wacky man ang estudyante niya. So from there, nagkabdo na kami sa comparative anatomy. Zoology 102 ang numbers sa our class. That was the time nga pregnant na si Ma'am Yasmin, no? Pag zoology 1 namon, si Ma'am, or when we knew her, she was already Mrs. Primavera. Pero si surname sa English, English department siya. So si Ma'am, mag-field trip kami. Ang iyang field trip uniform, ang maong pants, kag may jacket, nga may pitik ko pag Jeffrey. Tapos, after sa field trip naman, basa-basa kami, ang iyang pants niya, ang niya. Tapos paghabal ng mga classmate, ay, ang kwaknit ni Ma'am Ana. If you know na ang kwaknit is crap. No? Sa comparative anatomy na kami, so we had to dissect cats, chicken, sharks. Nagkadamo sa mga systems, nagkadamo sa i-memorize. Magkaon kami together, mahambal pa siya sa ginakaon naman niya fried chicken. What muscle is this? So you can just imagine ang pressure. So we asked her, Ma'am, sa more than 500 structures na gina-memorize namon, sa move system namon ng exam, siguro damo na ang 30 na magwa. What are you trying to test? What we know or our skill in memory? Aba niya both. Anyway, na-survive mag-ihapon namon. In between those classes, ang MSU is very rural, no? Nasa mountain. So wala kami sang fix ang amon nga cat. Kami mismo ang nagapangita sa kuring, kami ang nagafix. So during the time na nagafix kami sa cat, may nahitabo na encounter, something. So i-close ang mga buildings. So nag-worry na kami kaya hindi pa fully fixed ang amon nga kuring. So nagkatto kami, naglingling. So may mga flies na nag-hover over our cats. So we were sure na mangita naman kami sa bagko. Nagbaho ang amon nga cat. Pero wala namon ginhapoy. Kag nangakig si Ma'am. Ang iyang pangakig sa amon nakasulat sa blackboard in English. Remember, banish with haste your decomposing corpses before the noble activity of the bully bacteria Bless our sanctuary with a scent that is as unforgivable as it is unforgettable. So lucky. That's something that I will never forget. No? Kaya wala naman ginhaboy na yun. Ako, kag ang partner ko si Miriam, were the last ones. No? So by the time nag-abot nga kami na maghaboy sa among sigurado kami nga, damot-damot na yun siya sa magots. Okay, duha kami kababae, ikagdo pa kami sa balay lang nga isang newspaper. Tapos ang newspaper, ginbutan naman sa hallway, kagindayungan naman ang tray na may cut. Kaginhaboy naman sa overturn naman ang tray sa newspaper. Kag nagdalagan kami nga duwa. So pagpalit namon, layo nang na-travel sa magots. So anyway, that was an experience na sa MSU na nakuha naman. No? We have to do everything on our own. Plus, ang peace and order situation is not very peaceful. So that strengthened our relationship much better. So, namin man, kaya ang amon klase sa